Basically what I learned was like to give back to community and that not everyone is as privileged as you.
Well, first of all, I learned a lot of manners because every week that we have came in, they would teach us to say nice words and to be polite and shake your hand before you come in, and that's what I learned.
I learned what charity means, and charity means giving your time, effort, or any kind of money that involves your heart towards someone that you think deserves it. I also learned that there is good people still out there, and for that, very sweet.
This program is really one of the best things I think I've ever been involved with. This is our second year, and each year we seem to be touching students at a deeper level and getting much more from them. I'm a firm believer that students have the right to make mistakes, and if they do, we shouldn't throw them away. We should do what it takes to get them back on track. And my belief when Ms. Good and I put together the grant application that resulted in this program was to use charity as a means of getting back into the culture of the community. And we often get more by giving than by taking, and that's an important lesson, I think, for all of us.
It has been very rewarding to work with these students, and this is our second year that we've had the opportunity. And these students come from a different background. They have different challenges than other students. And being here 2 days a week for 12 weeks is a big responsibility for them. They have problems at home, they have problems all over, but what they do have is they have kind, beautiful hearts.
I can't say I'm bad, but then I could. So I'm just like, well, I mean, I can give back to the community, so why not? I mean, if I have the opportunity to, why not? It makes you feel good about yourself, and it's just an honor for them, the Elks Lodge, coming over here and giving us the opportunity to do a charity event just like this.
The biggest impact that we saw in our children this year was the want for them to come to school. All of a sudden, we started seeing their attendance just spark up. We had actually one of our students actually drop out of school and actually come back to school to finish the program.
Every day, most of the time that I missed the class, I was like, I wanted to come. I mean, I actually liked it when I first got in it. It was hard, or it was hard, but then as you go through it, you kind of understand what, you need to do.
Of course, there's a great deal I hope the kids will learn by taking part in our project. The first and probably most important to me is a sense of giving to each other, to the community, to their families. Sometimes in the world now, giving is not emphasized. We talk about Generation X and Y being a taking generation, taking what we can. But I think the best means of self-improvement is to learn that you get much more by giving than receiving.
I learned that how to help others and charity events and people skills and all sorts of things like that.
I learned that, when you help one another, it helps. I learned that, that it feels good to help a person after, you did bad in the community, and it feels good to give back,
I learned that it's not easy just to give out money. You have to know what you're going to give it for and what's the cause of it.
The type of growth I have seen within each and every single one of these kids is just that natural potential within each and every single kid. The desire to give back has been the most rewarding for the Elks and myself as well.
when I first came in here, I just thought about doing the charity, and I just never would have thought I'd become one of the finalists. And my charity was to give foster kids clothes, because I had nieces and nephews who were in foster care, and they didn't have that many clothes.
I got the chance to talk to a lot of good folks over there at the Elks Lodge. Got to meet a lot of new people, and to me that means a lot, because for a while I was kind of stuck in this little shell of like shyness, and ever since then it's kind of been a lot more easier to open up and express myself.
Yeah, my charity is to help kids that have incarcerated parents, and it would provide a bus to take them there and to bring them back. I picked that because my dad, he's also incarcerated, and it's hard to get rides and transportation over there. So that's why I was just thinking if I could just make that project, and hopefully it will work, and it worked.
What I hope that these kids get out of is the natural talent to go back into their communities and do this for the rest of their lives.
I want to thank the Elks for tonight. It's not too many companies, organizations who have the courage and the flexibility and the vision to get involved with KKC. I thank them for taking the time and the patience to join us in now our second cohort of students.
When I found out I was a finalist, I was told I was going to get a suit, and I was like real surprised that I was going to be from the Men's Warehouse. There was going to be any suit I wanted, and I just couldn't believe it, because I never really had a suit before.
I was first runner-up, got second place. I was passed by Jesus Flores, a very, very good guy, so I respect that he won. I had a feeling he was going to win. And then third place, Janor, very good guy, so it's kind of expected that they were going to top, because they just put a lot of heart into what they were doing, and that's all it took, you know? And they showed us that. That's all you got to do, is just try, and then it's there.
I'm the winner of the Mount Olympus Challenge, and it made me feel so good and about myself. It made me feel so good. It made me feel like I never, this is like the winner. It made me feel like so relieved too, like what I done, because I never done something like this in my life. And for me to be the winner, it made me feel so good.
First and foremost, thank you to all the Elks that made this happen tonight. We are very thankful to have you guys come to our school and give our kids that learning experience of what it is to give back to our community.
When I was doing my fundraiser, when all the students came, and then we were all working together, yeah, it made me feel like happy, even though they lost, they still want to stay here and help me do it. They didn't want to leave just because they didn't win or anything. They still wanted to be there with me and help me through it, and they did, and it made me feel so good.
We have the opportunity to celebrate now, celebrate the achievements that these wonderful students have made. And we are going to go to Cal Poly campus. We're going to take a tour of the campus. Each of these students we know that they're ready for college, and we want them to see college as an opportunity that is theirs. And so Cal Poly is where we're going. We're going to take a tour of the campus, and then we're going to go to the beach in Pismo, and we're going to learn how to boogie board. None of the students know how to boogie board today. They're going to know by the end of this celebration. The reason we're doing this is because these students have accomplished a lot. They have surpassed all of the barriers that they have every day, and they deserve the reward. They're wonderful students. They've come a long way, and I've learned more from them than they've probably learned from me, but it has been one of the most rewarding volunteer experiences that I've had as a member of the Elks Lodge.
So I would love to thank everybody that had to do a part of this because it's amazing. I would like to thank Mr. Good, Mr. Geiger, Miss Good, Mr. Flores, and Mr. Escandon. I would like to thank them for showing me, well, of course, that there's still good people out there, the communication skills, and for giving me the opportunity to do something like this. At first, I never thought that I would ever be in any kind of school activity. I didn't think any of this was important. But now that they have showed me more, I am very thankful for that and thankful towards them.
I like to thank a lot of people actually. First, Mr. Geiger and Miss Good for giving us an opportunity to do this. Mr. Flores for supporting us, supporting me especially throughout this whole thing. And I thank my parents because they helped me too, and my dad.
So I would like to thank Mr. Geiger and Miss Good, and also Mr. Flores and Mr. Escandon, because they're giving me this opportunity, to do this, to get back to my community, because they give me this opportunity I never would have, and I just wanted to thank them for that.
Thank yous to Fresno County Office of Education, to the Elks National Foundation, of course, for their trust in us. I said in a similar interview last year, Mr. Joe Flores, and again, he's a teacher with a real heart for his students and is an excellent catalyst to make this program happen. Of course, everyone at Kermit Coons Educational Complex, and the Elks of Fresno, everyone who's had a hand in this, we each get an opportunity to touch someone's life and make it better.